Hello, in this video, I'll talk about technology. Technology. Now, imagine that you were to go back in time 500 years. Imagine going back in time 500 years. So the year would be 1524. The year 1524. The printing press was just invented. Imagine trying to explain that you are learning a language. You are learning English. Now, actually, this kind of English, modern English, the English that I'm speaking and that everyone in the United States speaks, it didn't exist. It didn't really exist. People wouldn't have understood this language. But let's just imagine going back in time and trying to explain to someone how you are learning English. Because they would ask you, "Oh, what books do you use? What books are you using to learn English? What school do you go to?" Right? What books do you use? Where do you go to school? Who is the teacher? Who is the teacher? And you would say, "Oh, well, I use my phone or my computer." They wouldn't know what that is. They just wouldn't know. There was no phone. There were no computers. There was no such thing. There was no such thing as a phone or a computer. But let's imagine trying to explain how you are learning English, or how you were learning English in the future, right? Where you came from, the future, now. You would say, "Oh, I have this thing in my pocket. I have this thing in my pocket, or this thing on my desk. Just this thing at my house, on my desk, and I just look at this thing, and there's a person talking to me. There's a person speaking the language." They would say, "What? There's a person inside this thing?" And you would say, no, they are not there, right? The person is not inside the phone or the thing, right? The person is way over there, way far away, super far. They are in America. And actually, people wouldn't know what that is either. Only a few people would really know about America. And they would ask you, so what are you looking at? What are you looking at? And you would say, "Well, it's a piece of glass. It's glass." And they would say, Oh, okay, glass, like a window. You're looking through a window. Okay. Well, no, it's not a window, but it's glass. And they would say, but you said there's a person on the other side. And that person is from thousands of miles away, kilometers, miles, really far. They wouldn't believe you. They wouldn't even believe. They would say, that's not true. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's not possible, right? That's not possible. You can only see someone who is close to you, right? If there is a person on the other side of a mountain, I can't see that person. I just can't. And you would say, well, in the future, you can. In the future, you can see people who are really far away. And actually, you can talk. You can talk to them as well. You can also talk to people who are really far away. They would ask you, how? How can you talk to these people? And you would say, or I would say, oh man, how? How do we do it? Well, I don't really know. It has something to do with waves. Something about waves, right? And they would say, oh, waves, like in the ocean. Yeah, those are waves, but different waves, right? I'm talking about different waves. Waves that go through the air. And yeah, you need these waves and electricity. You need electricity. And they would say, electricity? What's that? What's electricity? And I would say, oh, electricity. Well, that's Well, let's wait. Let's wait here for a storm. Let's wait for a storm, and I will show you electricity. So then, eventually, a storm comes, and there is lightning. There's lightning. And I point to the lightning, and I say, yeah, you need that. You need that. What? I need waves and lightning and glass, and then somehow I'm going to look at and talk to a person who is really far away? How? And I would say, man, I don't know how. I don't know. But you need something else, actually. You need a really big tower. You need a really big tower, too. Oh, also, you need something in the sky. You need to put something, this metal thing, in the sky. And it has to stay in the sky. It has to just stay there and move. Yeah, you need that. you need a tower, you need glass, electricity, and you will be using waves. They would just tell you, that's crazy. That doesn't make sense, right? That's stupid. That's stupid. They would probably say, that's stupid. You're not from the future because you can't even tell me how the future works. You can't even explain it to me. And they would say, I know what waves are. I know what lightning is. I know what glass is. I know what metal is. And still, it doesn't make sense. You can't just take lightning, electricity, waves, glass, and metal, and use it somehow to talk to someone really far away. But you can. You can. That's what we are doing right now. We are using glass, waves, electricity, satellites. Satellites are those metallic things in the sky. The things made of metal in the sky, the satellites. We all know that this works. We all know, and it's normal. It's normal. It's like, oh, okay. Oh, wake up. Check my phone. I will check my phone. Check my phone and learn this language. I will spend some time learning this language on my piece of glass. It's pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy. And imagine, okay, let's imagine now that someone from the future tries to tell us how to travel back in time, because they can. They can travel back in time. And they tell us that you need gravity and some random elements. You need these elements and you need to use gravity. That doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make sense. But maybe in the future, that's normal. Maybe that's just normal. And people can travel back in time or do other crazy things. And we just don't know enough to do that now. Who knows? Who knows? But I think it's interesting to notice that these things that we have are really crazy. They're pretty crazy. The technology that we have is crazy. And if I were to try to explain this technology to someone from way back then, right? If I were to try to explain the technology, one, I couldn't do it. I can't explain phones. And two, the person wouldn't believe me. They wouldn't believe that it's even possible. They would think, oh, that's That's not possible. That's not possible. I don't believe you. Isn't it pretty cool? It's pretty cool that you can learn English on this. That's really cool. I learned Spanish on this for free. I didn't pay anything. So, yeah, pretty cool. Pretty cool, right? All right. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.